Make good money, but I don't have money. Does that make sense? I'm at the gas pump right now, and I never look at the cost of gas, but I know that I can't always afford a full tank of gas.
Because most people are living just like this or worse. But this is just a classic example of living paycheck to paycheck, broke but stable. Right?
I just paid my rent, right? And I'm so happy I got my rent paid. But for some reason, I still have an unsettling feeling. And I think it's because I use my whole check to pay my rent.
A lot of Americans are feeling like they make good money. You know, the ones that have a job, like they make good money, but yet they don't see where their money is going. They make good money and yet they're living paycheck to paycheck, and they are one paycheck away from being on the street. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show you a few videos right now.
I make good money, but I don't have money. Does that make sense? I'm at the gas pump right now, and I never look at the cost of gas, but I know that I can't always afford a full tank of gas. Another example, my wife and I both have cars, but when the check engine light comes on, it might need to wait a week or two to get the oil changed. Or if a bill comes in the mail, I cannot pay the full amount, but I can probably set up a payment plan so that it never goes to collections. I'm no longer poor. I make enough money that I am no longer feeling poor. We're never hungry. But it's like I'm just another level of broke. I'm at a convenient level of broke. Does anybody else have this problem?
Most people here in America know exactly what you're talking about because this is the life they live as well. If you're somebody that does not know what he's talking about and you don't live a life like this, you live in a much better life, you're the minority. Because most people are living just like this or worse. But this is just a classic example of living paycheck to paycheck, broke but stable. You're able to take care of your bills and take care of all your necessities, but after that, you ain't got much. You're one emergency, one unexpected repair away from being poor, dead broke. You're just one of the many that make too much money to get any type of assistance, but don't make enough money to actually live comfortably the way you really want to live. This is just the reality for a lot of us. This is exactly why you had a lot of people come to TikTok, build their following up, join this creators program so that they can have some extra money, not money that they need to rely on to pay their bills. They already have that taken care of, but just money to spend on something other than bills and the necessities.
When I think about it, I'm not poor, but I live paycheck to paycheck. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I have money, but not, like, enough. You know what I mean? Because by the time I do have money, it's the next bill. It's the next month. And I have to pay my bills. So, I'm low-key poor.
I got paid $9.49, and my bills equal $9.74. So I literally work to pay my bills. I never have money for groceries, barely. Sometimes maybe $90 if I'm lucky. I'm gonna have to go to the food pantry again, which is fine. I'm really blessed to have access to that. But I just wish that work meant something. Like, I wish I had enough. Like, I don't even have enough to cover my bills. So now I can only pay half of my power bill. Hopefully they don't want to freaking shut it off on me. And I don't get assistance because they say I make too much. I definitely made too much this check. I have enough for the groceries and then some, huh? Like, if I could just skip my bills, I'd have enough money to go get my car taken care of. Like, fuck the bills, let me just go freaking get my oil changed, my tires rotated, my brakes done, my alignment fixed, my steering column fixed. Like, that would be great.
I just paid my rent, right? And I'm so happy I got my rent paid. But for some reason, I still have an unsettling feeling. And I think it's because I use my whole check to pay my rent. Now I have to go 2 more weeks without money, and my phone bill is due tomorrow. You see what I'm saying here? You see what I'm trying to get at here? That is the true definition of living from paycheck to paycheck. Like, I just literally pay bills. I can't do anything else. I can't even buy me a bottle if I wanted to. Like, and I'm trying to figure out, I know how it got like this because it seems like a lot of places have stopped paying their employees. Like, my job doesn't pay me overtime anymore. Like, I literally went from being able to make up to $2,000 to now I can, like, barely make $1,000. So I can make over $1,000. Like, I'm not saying, like, but it's at the cost of, like, overworking myself. And I'm honestly very baffled at the amount of money that we make for the amount of work that we do. I still haven't heard back from the other job. They keep telling me I'm still trying to get cleared. And I'm like, how? When I should already be in the system. I literally work for your sister company. But, yeah.
This is the reality for a lot of people, because even though you make good money, the rent and all the bills that you have to keep up with, at the end of the month, when you pay all your rent, you have no money left, nothing for you to save. You know what I mean? Like, we have been taught to, like, save up for your future self, for your old self, but, like, living from paycheck to paycheck, when do you get the money to save? So when you retire and when you are old, you dip into your savings. There is no money to be saved. There is no money to be saved as young adults right now. So just imagine when we are old, how are we going to, like, survive when we are old? I don't even know how we are surviving right now, because I just kind of feel like even if you make like 100K a year, it's like nothing. Like, after you pay for your most Americans have car notes, mortgages and student loans and kids and food and insurance, like health and auto insurance. It's just so much bill. It's almost as if the system in America is designed for bills. Like, once you get your money, everything goes towards bills and you are left with pennies, nothing for you to save. You're actually scrambling to get by. You know what I mean? Like, scrambling to get by. God forbid, if anything, any emergency was supposed to happen to someone right now, how are they going to survive? You know what I mean? So I just kind of feel like, I don't know how we are surviving, but I feel like it's God. God is just carrying us through the day by day. So we need to have faith. Our faith needs to be stronger, because we are living in difficult times right now. But I feel like we are all going to get through it, and I hope everything comes down for us, but it doesn't look like it. But once you have faith, you can overcome any and everything. But yeah, let me know what you think about this story down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.